Before we continue much further, it behooves us to talk just a little bit about inquiry-based learning. I hope some of you recognize Jing Pro. You see what's going on here? Wonder if that little deal behind me might be a PowerPoint presentation really designed in Jing Pro rather than in PowerPoint or some of that Adobe Presenter junk. Okay, inquiry-based learning. Let's talk about it and see what we can learn from this great model. Inquiry refers to asking a question, generating an interest, causing somebody to stimulate the juices so that they want to know. The first step in inquiry-based learning is to cause the question to be asked. After the question is asked, then we guide an investigation into the things that are affected by that question or into the scope of the question. After the investigation, you begin to create things to comprehend what is actually going on. You discuss those creations, you reflect upon that creation, and then you ask further questions. This is really a simple concept, isn't it? Let me run it back again. We ask, we investigate, we create, we discuss, we reflect, and then we ask again. I see some things in this that fit the components of a good online class. Investigate. Might there be some sort of collaborative effort there? A lot of students don't like group work, and the reason that they don't like group work is because most of the group won't work. So it's a group, we ought to call it group carrying. There are a few in the group that do all the work. Well, you can handle that. If you got that going on, you just send me an assignment and don't put somebody's name on it. I'll take care of the other end of that. That's called the terror factor. I might be a terror bird instead of just a dog. But group work is very important in today's environment because when we ask questions, it becomes necessary for us to collaborate and to work together in order to create things. Notice that discussion there. Do you have a discussion board? Might something be thrown out there for us to debate and us to look at? Debate is very, very important when it comes to learning. Now, unfortunately, in our world today, most people can't debate anything without getting mad. But if somebody has a different opinion, you need to ask yourself, what can I learn from their opinion? How does it stimulate my thinking? Maybe I could examine my own opinion and see if it's valid and so forth. When you're investigating and creating and discussing, then learning is occurring. And here's the other great component, that of reflection. A lot of folks don't like journals, so they don't like having to write anything down. But to stop and to reflect upon what has been investigated, created, and discussed is a very, very important aspect of learning. And then the cycle only begins again. If we have investigated, created, and discussed and reflected, then maybe we want to ask another question. This 5-point model is called inquiry-based learning. I don't know if you've noticed, but as you go through your lessons, I tend to ask you a lot of questions. Don't I? Did you catch that question at the end? I want you to reflect. I want you to think about the implications of these things. I told you that my favorite book was Go Dog Go by P.D. Eastman. Well, based upon inquiry-based learning, I think what I need to do is write another book by Dr. Dog himself, which says, Why, Dog, Why? Questions are an important part of learning.